You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about failing ESPN here in this video. 2023 has been a disaster for the company that used to be the worldwide leader in sports. It's been going all downhill in 2023. And actually, guys, it's really started over a decade ago. I mean, ESPN is in a tank, and also cord cutting has definitely affected ESPN because there's many people out there that have actually cut the cord. Me, myself, I'm the same way. The only thing I really have is streaming services, and I have my antenna. That's the only thing I have right now. And of course, you know, YouTube as well. People are not going to be paying for ESPN anymore if they don't have to. In the past, if you wanted a cable package, you got ESPN by default. You were paying for it whether you actually watched the product or not. Not the case anymore. So ESPN has struggled minorly, in addition to all of the wokeness as well. But really, guys, the main crux of it is people are cutting the cord. That's the main problem right there. If you're going like me, you're not even getting like a YouTube TV with ESPN on there. And I believe that's probably another reason why YouTube TV's prices actually went up. It's because of ESPN. YouTube TV came out, I believe it was like $35. And now it's like $75 a month. And if they keep ESPN on there, it's going to get more expensive. Now, there's been rumors out there that Disney wants to start their own ESPN streaming service. But however, guys, the price would be outrageous. Something like $30 a month just to break even. Not going to work. Now, Disney Plus is already failing. They lost, close to $1 billion or something in the last quarter on Disney Plus. Yeah, not going good. But we know that Disney said they wanted investors to come in and help out, take ownership of part of ESPN. And they actually reached out to the three major sports leagues. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that's going to happen, guys. I mean, what is the incentive, for the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NFL to buy into ESPN when they won't get a return on their investment? What's the incentive? Not really sure. Because in the case of like the NBA, it is actually like ESPN that's actually paying them. So it wouldn't really make any sense for the NBA to give that money back to ESPN. Well, guys, that being said, after all the firings and everything like that, we may have some major news on the future of ESPN. And instead of actually having an investor come in and buy part of ESPN, how about a company coming in and just buying it outright? Yes. So here we go, right here. Apple reportedly wants to buy ESPN and get rights to pro sports leagues. And we're not talking about an investment. We're talking about Apple forking out a whole bunch of money to Disney to buy ESPN outright. Now, Apple is like $1 trillion company or something like that, worth a whole bunch of money. And if you're Disney, you would have to think that you're struggling so bad financially, not just on ESPN, but theme parks are down, streaming services, everything is just going bad for Disney across the board. If Apple comes in and gives you an offer you can't refuse, oh yeah, ESPN's going to get sold to Apple. So let's read some of this here, guys. It says, with the media landscape ever changing in sports, it sounds like Apple is pursuing a potentially massive move, as rumors are they want to buy ESPN. If the deal ends up going through, the $1 trillion company will get the rights to multiple professional sports leagues. During a segment on CNBC's Last Call with Brian Sullivan, Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives made a guest appearance and dropped a bombshell during his interview. According to Ives, he believes, quote, it's a matter of when, not if, ESPN and Apple get together. If that's the case, we could be hearing an official announcement in the coming months. ESPN is currently owned by Disney. So if Apple wants to make a serious move and buy the worldwide leader in sports, Oz projects the price tag will be a whopping $50 billion. And you know what? A lot of that actually really stems from having the rights to these sports leagues right there. 50 billion, that is a whole bunch of money right there. It goes on, it says, it's important to note that these talks are simply speculation for now, but it's a move that could change the way we watch sports completely, especially considering a deal like this would give Apple the rights to the NFL, NBA, WNBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, and the PGA Tour, tennis Grand Slams, Formula One, and college football's Big 12 and SEC conferences. Yeah. So this is where they're thinking the money is. Like the money in ESPN really is not in, the everyday sports shows. This is on live sports. And I believe that's the only reason why people actually tune into ESPN. Like, you want to see Monday Night Football, you're going to have to go over there to ESPN. Now, I believe they also simulcast Monday Night Football on ABC, but the word is that Disney wants to sell off ABC. So we have to see how all of that actually works out. It goes on, it says, we'll have to wait and see if this potential purchase goes through or not, but Apple has the capital to make a big deal like this, as the company is currently worth $2.73 trillion. With that said, it would be pretty awesome if this happens. There's a chance sports viewing becomes much more available if Apple ends up owning ESPN, but only time will tell if this rumor comes to fruition or not. Now, I've been critical of Apple, but sometimes, guys, you can't actually get rid of certain products. Like we know, like the iPhone is the number one phone out there on the market. I'm not a big fan of Apple iPhones, but however, I actually do all of my editing on a Apple M1 MacBook Pro, and the laptop is tremendously fast. I got to give Apple kudos on that. Even though I'm not a big fan of Apple overall, but I've had this computer here for a few years now. But I do know they actually make good products. Now, when it comes to like what is it called, their TV service, Apple TV, I have it because I get it for free because I have T-Mobile. There's nothing on Apple TV. I wouldn't be paying for that at all. But it seems like, Apple definitely does have the capital to actually make something happen. And if you're ESPN, would you actually reject $50 billion? I don't think so. I really don't. But, that's speculation right there, $50 billion. Maybe Disney wants more. Maybe they want some more. I don't know. But we'll have to see. But, man, this would be a massive move. And I believe something is going to happen with ESPN sometime this year. Because how long can ESPN just keep going on the way it's going on? All you're going to do is just lay off people, lay off people, lay off people. I mean, they've been doing that for the better part of a decade now. You remember back in like 2015, you had like a huge shift of quite a few of their on-air personalities actually go over to Fox. And ESPN really hadn't been the same. Just hasn't. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.